Hey guys, welcome back to Sis Math Club. Today we'll be learning about proportions using word problems. So proportion is just an equation that says two ratios or two fractions are equal to one another. And so today we'll be looking at it through word problems. Here I have a word problem that says, on a field trip, the ratio of chaperones to students is 1 to 10. If there are 70 children or 70 students attending the field trip, how many chaperones are there? Set up a proportion to find your answer. So we already know our first ratio, and this ratio is of chaperones to students, and this ratio is 1 to 10. So let's go ahead and write this ratio down. We have 1 to 10. Now to find our second ratio, because remember in a proportion we need to have two ratios so that we can compare them and see whether they're equal to one another, right? So our second ratio, it also has to be in the same order, chaperones to students. So here it's telling us we have 70 children or 70 students attending the field trip. How many chaperones are there? So we don't know how many chaperones there are. We can use a variable to represent this. So let's use the variable C to represent chaperones. So the second ratio is going to be C to 70. So it's in the same order, chaperones to students, chaperone to students. Now in order to set up a proportion, there's two ways we can do it. The first way is using the ratio in the same form, in the colon form. We can write this as 1 to 10. Now rather than putting an equal mark, we're actually going to put 4 dots, kind of forming a square, like this. So it's really two pairs of colons. So this kind of represents that are equal to one another, and then we're going to put our second ratio, which is C to 70. Now in order to find the value of C, we can multiply the outer numbers, which are 1 and 70, by each other, and then the inner numbers, which are 10 and C, by each other. So if we multiply 1 times 70, and then 10 times C, we know that 10 times C is 10C, is equal to, and then 1 times 70 is 70. Now, we have to do inverse operations to get C by itself. Since 10 is being multiplied to C, the inverse of multiplication is division, so we're going to divide by 10 on both sides of the equation to keep balance. The 10 and 10 cancel each other out, and we're left with C is equal to, and then 70 divided by 10, we cross out the zeros, 7 over 1, which is the same thing as 7. So C is equal to 7. That means there are 7 chaperones attending. Now this was the first way of solving this. The second way is by using the fraction form. So 1 over 10, 1 to 10 can be written as, so if I scroll down, we can write this as 1 over 10 is equal to, and then C to 70 can be written as C over 70. Now, for this method, there's actually two ways we can solve it. The first way, if we just simply ask ourselves, since we already know we have both of the denominators, right? What times 10 gives us 70? We know that 10 times 7 gives us 70, right? Because 70 divided by 10 is 7. So 10 times 7 gives you 70. If we multiply the numerator by the same number, we should be able to get the value of C. So multiply 1 by 7, we get 7. So C is equal to 7, just as we got our answer up here. Now next way is by doing cross multiplication. So if we cross multiply 1 by 10 and C by 10, 1 by 70 and C by 10, we should be able to find the value of C. So we know that 10 times C is 10C, which is equal to 1 times 70, which is 70. Now once again, solve by inverse operations, so we're going to have to divide by 10. 10 cancels each other out. We're left with C is equal to 7. And that is the exact same answer that we had up there. So therefore, our answer to this word problem is 7. That means if there are 70 children or 70 students attending this field trip, there are going to be 7 chaperones. Alright, so thanks for watching this video. I hope you guys learned how to set up a proportion and solve it using word problems. And we'll see you guys in our next video. Bye!